Sounds good.
So this is the Combat Station. I'm your host, Ty Matthews, and today we have a return of a special guest, Anthony Romero, who's coming off a flying knee knockout that went, a bit viral, but. But anyway, let's get into it, mate. How are you feeling after that win?
I'm feeling great. No injuries. Feeling on top of the world. Can't end a fight better than that. Obviously, maybe in the first 10 seconds, but yeah, got to finish, and that's what I needed to do. A lot of people were saying or labeling me as like the decision fighter with a bunch of decisions on my record, but I got 4 finishes now, and they're all very impressive.
Now, going into that fight, did you plan to make a statement with your opponent? Because obviously, I think he came in on short notice, if I believe.
No, this was we were all prepared. Like we were both in camp and everything for
Okay.
this fight. But I know I was supposed to have a fight in February. It never happened. I was supposed to have one in March as well. It never happened. So finally, he stepped up, and we both had about 6 to 8 weeks of a training camp. And yeah, he came ready. He still missed weight. Not a lot of people know that. I don't know why they didn't say that in the announcements, but he missed weight by 2 pounds. And yeah, everything went well. And like I said, I couldn't have asked for a better finish.
So, did you plan to make a statement of your opponent going in there? Did you believe you were going to get knocked out like this?
Yes. I knew I had to finish. And it was either a high kick or a knee that I was expecting, just for him being a little bit short of a fighter. So one of those two were going to go my way. But yeah, it ended up being a jumping knee. So a little bonus there.
Now, last time I spoke to you, you were coming off a loss, and you said you were going to try and improve, get better. And obviously, the way your career is going, you're back on a 2-fight win streak. Now, since that loss, what has changed has your mentality changed or your training? What has helped you get rid of the demons from that loss?
Yeah, like just opening up as a fighter, not hesitating or like taking more risks in my training, so that when I go out and fight, I'm taking those risks as well, and I'm not shying away from it. Like having to jump in the air and throw a knee to someone's face and landing it, like it takes a lot of confidence. That's a risk that I was willing to take, and it paid off for me. Not every time will it go well for me taking risks, but that's the point. You got to take risks to get that big reward.
Now, would you say from that loss, has that losing your has that helped you cleared your head? Because a lot of fighters do claim that when you lose your undefeated record, it takes pressure off your shoulders.
Not so much the pressure, but it opens your eyes a little bit more to see what other avenues you could put into your game, more tools you can put into your game, things to work on. Like I always say, like even if you win, there's lots of things you can work on. Even that last fight, there's lots of things that I feel like I could have done better in. But that's part of the game. I feel like there's always going to be something to correct in a fight. It's very rare that you'll get a clean victory. But yeah, like that loss helped me a lot. So I'm thankful for those types of moments.
Now, I was going to ask you what's next in your career, but on your story, I saw you posted an at to Bellator with a phone emoji. Have you been in talks with Bellator?
I'm just keeping my options open. I'm at that point where I would love to be in the UFC. I like the UFC. It's one of the premier organizations in the world. Everyone thinks that UFC is the sport, like that's the name of the sport, because it's so big. But I'm at that point where I need to decide what I want. Do I want to keep chasing something that they're gonna just shrug me off and say, "Oh, you got to do the contender series again," and then go from there? Or if they're actually willing to negotiate something where lots of people have done, they've avoided the contender series, they've never fought once in the contender series, and they get a straight contract to the UFC. Or is my option going to be Bellator or PFL? One of those options. So I'm open to anything right now. I just like to know where I stand, and I think I stand pretty high after that type of finish.
Is UFC the preferred route you'd like to go, or
I
is
would
it?
love to. Like I said, that's where I find is the best fighters in the world. But I know Bellator has been doing great things. My teammates are with Bellator. I know Aaron Jeffrey just signed a contract with Bellator, and he says nothing but great things. So like I said, I'm open to all the options, but I would like to know what my options are exactly. Speaking with my management, and if it's just a contender series, I'll think about it. But to me, I find it's kind of disrespectful. It's like, okay, take this, and if you don't want it, then whatever. We'll pick someone else. So I don't want to be disrespected. I feel like I've done a lot for the sport, and it's time to do something big.
Mate, I can't argue with that. You do deserve. My personal opinion, I believe you should, at this point, go right into the UFC. Now, I'm just gonna ask, are you able to break down some future matchups happening in the UFC?
Of course.
Okay, cool. So recently we've been getting a lot of fight announcements. So let's start off with Cyril Gane Taito Vasa has been confirmed for September in France. Now, who do you favor in that fight? Do you have a favorite going in?
Yeah, it's tough. I saw one of these memes. They were like Cyril Gane wins striking, grappling, cardio. But I think Tai Tuivasa is gonna win second round knockout. So it's a funny thing because Tai Tuivasa, he could just land one and put anyone out in that division. But I would like Tai to win. He's a cool character. He's doing great things. He's in the top. I think he's in the top 5 now. So that'd be pretty cool to see something big from him. So I would pick Tai.
And as well was Dominic Cruz versus Morab Divashvili was confirmed. Now,
oh, no way. That's news to me. I didn't know that.
Well, that's what they said was in the work. It ain't no date confirmed, but yeah, it's in the works. Who do you favor?
I would say Morab. I feel like Morab has that solid wrestling just to keep him down. He has that constant pressure. It's going to be hard for Dominic Cruz to continue that movement. But yeah, I would like Morab to win that.
And UFC London, obviously that's coming back in July now. 2 fights been confirmed for the card: Curtis Blades, Tom Aspinall, and Darren Till, Jack Comanson. Who do you favor in them 2 matchups?
I got Darren Till and that other one's tough. I would say Curtis Blades could take it. I would like to see him test that wrestling a little bit more.
Now, let me ask you a question. What is your favorite thing to do outside of fighting? What are your favorite things outside of it? Any hobbies?
I've been taking up golf lately. I know a lot of fighters have been taking up golf. Like even the best fighters, like Canelo Alvarez, is big into golf and all that. So especially with the snow going away now, we're able to go out. There's no quarantine. There's no restrictions, so we're able to go out. I bought some new clubs the other day, and yeah, I'm excited to go out golfing.
Well, you reckon you're the best golfer in MMA right now? Or do you need some work?
Yeah, I definitely need some work. I think this is my second time going.
Or Daniel Cormier's going into it ever since he retired. Maybe that's a matchup.
Yeah, maybe.
Any other hobbies outside of golf?
I really love hiking. Hiking's pretty cool. There's a lot of trails here in Ontario to hike, and it's a great way to do some active recovery as well.
And finally, before we go, anything you want to say to your fans out there, and do you want to tell them what's next and what you believe is coming in your future?
Yeah, no, thank you everyone for the support. I appreciate everyone sending me a message congratulating me. Even like when I lost my fight, like the people supporting me at that time, because I feel like those people are super important to know that they're there even through the hardest times. But yeah, thank you to my supporters, my sponsors, my family, my team. Thank you for this interview, because you're the one who gets our name out there. My management, and yeah, shout out to my little brother Simon. He's always been supporting me. He came on this trip with me, helped me cutting weight and everything like that. My fiance recently just got engaged, so lots of people to thank. And yeah, just very blessed to have these opportunities.
Well, mate, win, lose, draw, we'll have you on here anytime, and I wish you the best of luck going forward in your career.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
This has been the Combat Station. That was Anthony Romero, and we are out.